at the trajectory of the ball to enter the net and the timing.
YouTube inti woko YouTube anom Nhyira TV Nhyira TV ewo YouTube na hoso no wetima dwane ewo YouTube eya no subscribe anytime bia video bia no ebe ready no nsabaka na no watimi aboa afa Facebook na no Nhyira 1045 FM Nhyira 1045 FM also no betimi adwane na ne ma timi ayakama ade ma na mesasem na se enso de afi komebo na ma di nkoba kakra woko komeba reporter enso eba ayase Copa Libertadores no 2025 mpato de edition no reporter menseka enso ayese Monumenta aye Lima ho anata so mo di the final no so no ebetimi agbo na ta so mo so no akwakoba no ano ye dia reporter komebo enso adi abanti ana adi Argentina ona ta se ba ne ye di dwuma ni nyina enso e ho anti komebo reporter mo so adi aba ana na no pa mi di a kire kakra enso adi ama wan se shawo so away from that na menwuram kakra na menko aye Real Madrid menko di komo kakra o Real Madrid na Madrid the reporter menseka say wo say this season and as samai wo nyoma dwe so muja player bia kwan and the integral players are omoboa day in day out Madrid wo first level wo dim tintima ne de wo ma dwe say nya de so meja player ba kokra so amanako but reporter menseka say David Alaba and Ferland Mendy de kwabena yasi permission wo ho kobasa say team biba na say scan mu yeduna mranta no aka so kwa we are not as a Madrid and so ejema mama kobara Madrid adini nyina mu botaye ene omu tidum player say wo first 11 answer wo mu usual players wo mu use no de wo mu your Madrid say wo mu ja kakrako ana so mu ja ba kumpo amacha so wo nso no etimi akwa ani ya reporter mensaka e wo dwumade so na no pay no midi undwuma kakra enso ediama pure asirio me patron no Sporting Tawata enso awo Inter update mensaka ayasa yase Al Hilal bobo no edi nkomo ata so mo he so betimanya sa Sporting Tawata we na akwa ya dwuma no enso Saudi Pro League no wo mo so mato kese no se bibia timi ekoye no pay na gitum dia ana pure asirio enso bakwa ya Sporting Tawata dwuma no ediama Al Hilal ane yankoma kakra etotwa ewo dwuma de so na mako Arsenal na yedi nkoma kakra Jacob Kiwo enso ye player na Arsenal na yesi player no edi nkoma Arsenal say enso ye regular starter esa matches no nya bibo na se koba se onya bi modia ene obere san ka bi onya team ya wade nani beche ya se Arsenal for there omonyo madwe san ko muja abrante ne kwama na ko ba bia but abrante ne nkoma kakra men se kan esa ya se abrante no person ye starter na first matches no nya dodo enso bo eno ya de enso Arsenal bobo ko no enyo madwe so metumi a guarantee no ente no ya update kakra men se kan awo dwumade so but Arsenal for so say had your offer biba na tese mu da ho likely so meja abrante no ama no so akwanyo no kwa Alexander Zinchenko reporter menseka esa abrante no so so betimi enso afri Arsenal but Arsenal bobo ko so betimi man corner season to 26 now wetimi enso abo ediama Arsenal boboko no yesa brantan de anka onya ya anka ada so ne ba Arsenal beso no ebetimi atena till 2026 but offer bi ba ebia na chesa Arsenal enso eja Alexander Zinchenko ama brantan so etimi akwa ne reporter mensa eka awodwumade so Leandro Trossard update mensa kam enso ayesa abrantan so hekwan se bibia ba na chesa ya kama the Belgian international enso ba yesa obehe sa team no na ebia no so etimi afri Arsenal and Tenny reporter 3 players at Arsenal if you makati adi aba awo dwumade so na no pay no make a check akwa anso ade ma na meko La Liga akati no madi nkoma kakra reporter mensaka ayasa be a week ago anasa month ago kwa ani yasi La Liga for no etwe ya de the Royal Federation say ankomunya ya Barcelona anso ni via we wo mo game a ese Barcelona ankompa so mo kobo no America anu be December mo ho ana Barcelona ni via o game no anso ebe Barcelona Thomas Party abekwa America na wakwa kosia kan yesi report La Liga anso adama the Royal Federation na wo magia tumi so bo mo kwan sa game no we metuma kwa koba no America but our reporter mensaka I say it's on La Liga for anso any FIFA and fe UEFA anso edin koma bada wonim say abasa America ana mbekwa kobo game ni dia ada ani Costa da ma producer say me ma ontia say abasa this a come before no anso etimi atia senti come before no so antiasia and the game the entimi konkobo no ho and the say no aye comibo and afa UEFA and aye FIFA and on be opinion na face game no yetimi akobo no ha and yankobo kakwan so etoja e wo dwumade so enti chama say konkakaf say we ni your no product enti konkakaf and so be dia senti say konkakaf enya dia say na fe ade say FIFA and so dia say na agitum na UEFA agitum dia na ta say bibia so atimi aye kama na Barcelona ne via o game no yetimi akobo no December mu ho and so America no aye reporter mensa aka awo dwumade so na ebe Hard Rock stadium Hard Rock stadium hona Chelsea kodi dwuma and so Miami ne kwabena honma anti anonso ahonkoba kakra eta eba awo dwumade so na no pe no me prate kakra and so adiama na Alexander Isaac kwabena yasi Isaac asanka so yaso akate the how is in fact na me anim ne team ni pa de onya na adwe say Newcastle this season we be sure kan dia Newcastle this season ti omonye penny nanka by Liverpool for first no me di ba no omonye ntum nanka ja ono so anko because say enye Liverpool wanya na adwe mpo say wanko ba bia kura ene ohwe kura first 11 no so mo mfa nka wo betena fie sa ya sa kwa nya na adwe say Newcastle we be sure kan enso ade amam ti sa de ama Newcastle hu dia omonye biem esa say o mata da kwa ya aya ya sisa de foi wo mo fe o mai sikadu ya kanso do so pro ade ato no maka tan so sika na da hoi puduo kwabena beji ya sa kwanse da bi enye sika nti no oko Liverpool enti onya na adwe say Newcastle bobo no obato so so esia kan ade amama no ya reporter mete e wo dwumade so nim sa dan no da kwa no ogramu ensom e wo Sweden update chairman saka before that kwa no obako no na tese wani Eddie Howe ekwan so edin komak dada akata so wono okoi omra nanka teso mawie bibia nanka wababesi akan edema Liverpool bobo kwenti enkomak akwa Benjamin Chesko update time saka say Jesse number 30 ana teso bese de Manchester United and Benjamin Chesko update anu so eba no na mamen kona say Akalafi wadin komak akwa dia tuja president edema PSG bobo kono womo no muji UEFA Champions League this year na so last season this in your hair, Sabian Betime and Sonom, Adi Edia Somanaswa, reporter Mensa Canada, Mercato Sabrantan, Ilia Zabani, won't bet me on Felia Branton and Noir, or more on Felina, Ano, Anna President, and Sonom, Adin Kobakaka, Adi Tujana, and no Nasa Kalafi say, Ilia Zabani, I international player, with Mr. Bono, only boy pa. Now was I a professional great player, at a say inclusion of Ababa Amomutimna Kosuye, was so much non person, a building ye pa dum pempeso bia wotumi so woni PSG sia won sampa woni team na sia enti abrante na omanya ne de kama ade matim ne ye pa abrante na nkasa enso ekasa etase na ni ade pass wadwane PSG eye bobo ko Paris Saint-Germain ye ka project e krom na wo so moton de man o se project no enso eye kama bibibia ho inkanka picture e kra PSG bobo ko na ye kama atase de o he nim ye se woni ne boys ne betime sia no ne France ne so etime sia na fe wasa sia kan adi amati bani dinari PSG anu ye Ilia Zabani and Kobaka ko no sunum afina kate adi aba wonim say UEFA Super Cup no womne Tottenham Hotspur ana edi be say yase abaya the first game ana say ni debut da abrante de benya enso edi ama Tottenham Hotspur anu ye Kobaka ko so etotwa e wo dwumade so ne contract no till 2030 and Ilia Zabani and Kobanu so enie so Tottenham no reporter mensaka say another ana be ka to say ade say omo hwenim so metima sensan eye amasi to mu players ni bi amamba unkoba kakra ade baba tu jana no pe reporter mensaka say after Savinho omo cha so munya ebereti ese omo so epe odo ye player ade ma Crystal Palace bobo kono ento munya ebereti esa omfi say ebetimi aboa ama Tottenham Hotspur edi mo no so etima ya kama ye pa ento ono one of the players ene Tottenham enso ehwenim so metima san no na meko Rodrigo Goes na Mako City anopai reporter mensaka say sombaton Savinho edna ko Tottenham Hotspur dia so musu etimi edi player bipa yase Pep Guardiola na je Sabrante dia Rodrigo Goes player na ni jinu ye pa sanka Rodrigo bedi penie na Real Madrid bedi penie na fenso anko meja Sabrante na manaba dia ene anka City bobo kono wom so be sena Sabrante din edi Rodrigo Goes na fe enim ho ene na cha sententen ho no ene man so etimi kama edi Manchester City bobo kono enti ene ya amdeta mensa eka ewo dwumade so na no pe no America kra ensom edi edam wo eva te no bobo kono have the time mensa eka say Jack Grealish yeso manya awewe amata sa brante na eba na sa and from Chelsea we completed the medicals no reporter mensa eka say e London na brante no initial obetume romo afi so option to ba no kwabna eno so atimi ewram kama na Tanzania man so no atimi akoye nti me pato ani from city crowd da ya de na na Benjamin Chiwode na no mo hwe ni beta we nya Benjamin Chiwode na de eno so mu guso mu di hu nkomo be Jack Grealish de kwabna ya te so mo fa no loan na sikabot na nkasa enso ebe 50 million euros na say 50 million pounds no sko betimi atua enso Adiama City bobo kwenti eno so nkoma kakra eto dwanie na Alejandro Garnacho me pato mo ma me abrante no e wo squeeze no so wurim set Chelsea for so metimi anya Garnacho na nkoma ni nyina anso nie kwabna ye sisi na club to club interventions na sase say ye fra mu mpemfo na ye kate Sergeant Radcliffe say open say wahu Manchester County ho mu players na no da crowd Bruno Beka say onye enti ye say mamuska kra na mo de ye niema 1-2-1-2 say player and what na num asem a player and Manchester and omobiem Garnacho dem pato munti asem na nkasa ye anya Manchester na say homo Garnacho mo kwabna isu ni say Garnacho no say Manchester no omobiem team opeso ko blue color kokko ne de wo say kokko no tembia ya na emojasem na blue nso de kwabna adamu timi de kwa so de eye ba kra timi he blue de ko blue timi de ko na ase aso de white kra sawum enti tabio blue ni tuntum de enya yiyu a won sha dan timi fa nya de bia eye yi bia blue su bia nti e wo so nya blue na no penti ya se blue for ni ayi red for asa so obudi kuta ho nti ya ready up to etena no eno so baba eno ya Alejandro Garnacho na mama me Cristiano Ronaldo na ye ni nkoma kakra pato Ronaldo ni Georgina Rodriguez the attense Abranten yasi nanu dayana Cristiano Ronaldo no daya no ana Cristiano Ronaldo afre aye Nhyira amade mo friend Nhyira ni dem pato na ye ne girlfriend enya ne yiri hu ne girlfriend ana teso no ne wi bia o ma wia yasi nanu ya na Ronaldo ko bi sanse will you marry me ana baya say yes kwabna and very smooth kama pa enti mpato mo amutie no afa na Ronaldo propose here 3 years kura nya ma munya abetre emfa ma na Ronaldo de meba be che baby efiri kwabra nya no wa wi awu munyina awu muntafo anya sam ketu akra anka atumi sese eneze Ronaldo ye Ronaldo nanka se bi o me abo he anka kwabna anka de o ma ye no nya sam ketu akra ni nyina watim obi anka hwe obi am obi ahwe 3 days pe na ma mi fro ofie mbatawa Cristiano Ronaldo de ntikwabna yase na nura ya na Nhyira no kra na ebema se ma na ayiya e de he na pe ana yeso de koto hohia media say I said yes ana ba ya de akoto de ebisa say na de no akoka yes you know oh eno ana time ya propose e de man say opesa video officially o wale no na kwabna yase ring na esa ba ya no 5 million 5 million na yase ring na ebo no no na 5 million US dollars no else Cristiano Ronaldo yesi ye bia no 244 million US dollars na origin year na omuso omukeka edisi ani hwe na 5 days pe ana Ronaldo di toss akawa na okeka Ronaldo sika ede bia onya 5 days sika pe ana tezo akeka di asi ani a wode ato ring ni boy dem papa 3 million US dollars and the kwabna dollars ni mponi enti ukunchiri the coupons ni euros ni a utimi se bede ana tezo da ho enti ani ya Cristiano Ronaldo me pato Nhyira atese isi no wife to be no but oma wumuntafo krada wife to be wa wumuntafo enti de echa no na ubisa se tambe na sa se bajo ayayi 2016 ana yesi esase sase Ronaldo cost obi so okoto adio ana okokosi anu nti mo pe degree for ne philosophers na ansa na mawade o mpacho we yesi okokosi anu e store na tese okosi yesi Gucci store bi na Ronaldo 2016 Madrid Crodemo on Namana Tesseja Okokosia Abaye and Eja Wadibo so na Adiano and so a fire Kwabna answer since Ronaldo wadi what is it yes or yeah you may be on your Jumebia Abayano to I had so TV and Eja Jumano Ohefia Juman and Kaka Krasa Anna Tessa Omonso Ayana yes by 2017 Anna Tessa Abasa Ronaldo near Bayern and the first hammer will be able to say Ronaldo Manchester Bayern Wejano no Kwabna and yes when on into Waja Bebredi but Ubana Jawa any news Ronaldo cry I record ni bidada and the Kwabna de 10 no way about 2017 more and I test official about Tabonte say Georgina there say one in kakra and so a team no a reporter eba e wo dwumadi so na no pay de kakra and so e de danti sales assistant and I test muhunu Ronaldo eye wife no mpato yenko Cameroon eja yenko we dia say Barca fo na koso so nkane ne kakra ho wo mo so mo test stadium na hwe say ne hosi team wo ma koso so kakra atese na no pay ne de kakra and so e de dawa eno ye dia e fi the new Spotify Cameroon e de eba e wo e dwumadi so me pato ma me quick kakra and from am na answer man for bisa say do no kra e yate kwabena no ye service mo so de no omo say e yate nyame anim ne de ne de o ma wie bibia abranta ni Chelsea de o ma wie adi nkomani nyina wie atese Chelsea nim de o mo de makoda no na de aka ye say bia e swap do ne be cause because answer Abi Leipzig for ne tesa nkaja omo sanya e Christopher Nkunku anka wo be pe ne ade no ye dia wo mu di nkoma na afa omo ye sanka yi na nkomo Petarek George mu ne ade san nkoma na ama abranta ni do na nsada ye hu say enya abam beta wo manya wie bibia ada say ene Chelsea omo sika on be kwa kotua ana say Abi Leipzig so be ka say okay they said the agreement ni Chelsea monfa scan na na face abranta no emesa kan fama Chelsea no de aka Liverpool for reporter men say kan so makata Federico Chiesa one ni agent opinion ni din de Fali Ramadan is omunya club bia omonko sania Dawudi Nurse de na the same thing and omokata abranta no and so de ni Victor Nelson Leandolov and Kobaka Kram men say kan say Bano for Leverkusen say omunya Manchester United player nanka ombe pay pa and Toma has edin come 31 years and Victor Nelson Leandolov and so nyanti and Leverkusen no say te hagwa has here any all players had to do oh ya no to talk this year Kwabna Carlos Balaba and Kobaka Kram metia say Monsuma din komo am say Manchester United club nim there players be bre o ho yase Balaba do no o mate ase kwada da mo fie sa akoda ne mbo ne bo Andre Onana mu nyina di akoda no enso ada so mo hwese Carlos Balaba enso betimi aba na fe from Brighton waba be sia kana enso e dia Malek Thiaw enkoba kakra men sa ka yase ene obaye ne medicals na dia ma Newcastle 40 million euros no deal Malek Thiaw enso no e di echo atese na no pe de kakra e di aba Jelly di Donnarumma so yase Chelsea nya o madwe so mbe sanjina ruma na Omonso squad o modi kwakobo Super Cup yeso majanimu Pierre de Franchise ade say Sifelina tese omonso di abrante no enso bebo ana say Sivile wono na tese omodi ne beda go post no entane yankoba kakwa so a etodwa ewo ayedwumade so na mama Ghana ni abrante ne NS Opoku kwabna reporter men seka say NS Opoku Bano for Leverkusen wo manyo veri abrante no ya Ghana ni ba na Ghana betime yusu abrante no esanse under 19 ana fe under 21 ana wagina Belgium elman mu enso esia kan enso edabi Netherlands kwa na owo ha wesia kan de ma de oran team anti Ghana betime yusu no wesia kan edema Exet Akma anti ono ya Ghana ni be ne no woron so after Jeremy Frimpong okosia kan de ma pine no for Leverkusen we kakra etoja ensam ne dos beda ebreni afanti me amfa dwumadi no nkrofa ma so de no enso emfa ensianim se kwabna bibia ni ode a ene ma yamfa ensi aha enso enum se
de o an say Jessica
okay
star
281 hash
star 281 hash now choose option 2 star 281 hash choose option 2
na mia 10
na emian bibri
wo mia 10 mia 20 a
can we be say
siko no benya bia di na
say chances no everything
so e dia manti get here na no
all right ti Avena Ronaldo propose
yes afina wa propose amaya kan yes I do anti dia tia no nti utie na nyama ya montwen from 2016
Ronaldo Crampo afino wa propose
anti
na ye no okay into Jumadian so Shawans of 4.5 10:34 Tuesday edition of Nhyira Digital Passports live on Facebook in Shawans of 4.5 and on YouTube Nhyira TV Obano subscribe na fe I a part of the show yenya yemfa Jumadian no and important so pa no discussions no emfa emamo awo Jumadian no so 3p garlic mixture and opem ibisa yade ben na ehawo ebia na de stroke asthma why can see bebre upasa also etikama about 3p garlic mixture and American fo ede abawo ene anopei sanso ena obabia okwa fichira no ayase eya assign serve as your number 1 immune booster 3p garlic mixture kotobi nanom na ebetimi aboa ye pa dani heba misi colina capidank una no kwa adroyi ebi ewo ha ni padodo na edi ho adanse enti unsu kotobi na enom 0248928824 tobi nanom na yare enso ya top send app and the abroche for na descend sika enti o Europe o UK in fact o Canada US baby awo abroche bia no download the top send app no our phone so na sika bia odi fu abagana no just use top send anytime bia no promo code hono ayabo Nhyira from fashion na sika bia no fafa top send Ebra Ghana na bibianya kama and so emfa emau Rush energy drink anopebia in fact also bia say ya no pa ewia enwumre say energy drink nkwa na pesa onom na unya extra energy extra ewale ede ye wodwuma dia Rush energy drink eno na so nso timi enum bi esan se caffeine kakra bi ena ewom ena fe ginseng enso ewom na onim se vitamins enso asanema ebetimi aboama wonso no wanya hoden sonko na ode aye waduma kama pa aye trillium wamo adama wamo ene the Rush energy drink aba eno ti unya bia ebetimi enso aboa ye pa ebia me no kasei udrim nyina ne so obetu kan na akonto ne sadia wa opani bia akonto de ye on se ebia wo koto eno ye kan nsahwe okona okohwekrumu anu asaba ene number 1 number 2 ene se ebia na pese okotena bro ni krom na wo ye adwuma de hwe ho ene nso eye hwan ebia ene no wo ho ena lanso anokra no eye se utu kan akobro ni krom no akosua de eno eye to study abroad so ni nyina no eye ade a Bonva stores omo ye ni nyina kama pa na onim se nyame yadoma next month yayi ye the entrepreneurs mo ankasa mo ye munwuma no boutique for mo amotonton dos ne in fact nyuma bebre ayewo aye kumase mo ankasa mo na mo ye modwuma no obu a odwuma ye na no enwi for okranwi no ifra brochire eneba saa trip we akobuate esan say ekoteki nyame adoma next month ya in September na onso akwakohwe eye wani so ade so na enye se wokohwe ade keke me pa cho de tie ne se ukoi ade abehia the creme de la creme so the movers and the shakers manufacturers no now no omonso no edin komo now nim se nyame enya adoma Bonva stores ye koto awo bono eye bono to ena ye ko na eye one day eye to na chese bibia atimi akonkan enti no eno an se onso be join eye bus no na ye be ko baabi bebre ye be ko eye boti eye caves no ne eye mountains o afei fiema eye monkey sanctuary ho honso ye be ko en african tampo eye waterfalls o na no ye be ko ne akohwehwehwe ho enyane ne bibia nso no ye be didi bi kama na se bibia no atimi akonkanti mesaw eye 560 person enso so timi eye part na nyame eye adoma August 16th ye ko na yakonante eye bono kakra na bibia nso no atimi akonkanti wani gyenwo a eno an so be friend number 0531 109006 na ono mo edin komo se coke no wa onum coke bia asemda aba ne se Coca-Cola Ghana beverages ese Richardo catche ewiase ni na attitude ni asanteman se 300 ml no ɛyɛ 5 cedis pɛ ɛtu wokɔtɔ no baabi na nipa no ka kyerɛ sɛ ɛne atom ni adeɛ ɔboa osika no wɔgye de wopɛ koraa meɛnkye no coke no according to ɛyɛ cola Ghana beverages sɛ ɛyɛ 5 cedis 300 ml no enti ɛyɛ ana nso no watumi atɔ bi no wakyere ama biribiara no atumi akɔnkan ɛde ama na wonim sɛ ɛma ka kyerɛ sɛ ɛdɛm asiesie no bɛrima deɛ sɛ yɛbɛwura wo dɛm paa na ɛhɔ nyɛ fɛ deɛ dabi ɔbaa koraa deɛ yɛbɛtumi apade no basa bɛrima paa deɛ so bia yɛbɛwura dɛm na biribia nhyɛ da nni hɔ basaa bi ɛba sɛ ha adwe paa mimi sɛ ɛba saa mɛtumi koraa meyɛakyɛw so bɛrima deɛ sisi dɛm na wonim sɛ Alaska Star Enterprise no ɛtiefoɔ deɛ ɛtene sɛ adeɛ biara yɛde siesie dɛm biara yɛ obi wɔ hɔ na yɛn deɛ no ɛfɛ ɛna ne boɔ no nso wɔ fam very very quality ne quality no wɔ soro and very affordable nso ɛno ntimi sɛ wopɛ wallpaper ɛne painting atwam wobɛtumi de wallpaper design wobɛyɛ studio ha ɛno a ne yɛde design ha fɛfɛɛfɛ your blankets ɛwɔ hɔ eco panel new ones new air production anaasɛ product ne nyinaa no ɛno nso atumi aba your bed spread modern TV stands sofa cover nom so wode siesie wo dɛm a ɛma no yɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ carpet a wɔde bɛsa hɔ artificial ones no ɛna afei decorative air watches ɛna afei best island ne nyinaa yɛakɔfa bi ɛde aba fofofofofofofo bɛtɔ bi ɛwɔ Alaska Star Enterprise na yɛwɔ Kumasi adum ha ya saa bere mi kasa yi wobɛwura wonya baabi kura na ado nanso wonim adekoro ntia adekoro ne sɛ ɔmo nneɛma no ɛfo ɛna ɛpapa ɛno nti ama sɛ sɛ yi obiara atumi asiesie ne dɛm nti wobɛ sɛ osiesie dɛm nko adeɛ a Alaska Star Enterprise ɛna mekamfo ade ama wɔ yɛwɔ Mrs. Anoche Praxan ɛdan ne mu a ɛwɔ adum ɛnkran Circle Tito Lane to the opposite MTT office no on sabetimi akan me patch of friend and also the course see na ekoto nneema na efri ho 0256 330075 na onso no wetimi adwo de kama pa kan for say ba me sade aka cho say eye dura and so ewo dwa so bi duro kan ya de bi say diabetes esichi ade nom BP na air infections and how Samson ata complaining of air pains or liver yes when your problem our liver me patcho ko na ekoto adua to the Campus Herbal Misha Fediment Apidang have May and a Gilly Gold Pharmaceutical our air Santa so nano okwa Campus adruno ebi our house sabitimi akabin koko sunya konongo brekum o nano adroni bi our ho me patcho frɛ 0245455740 na aji adruno ebi enum no ene anopay na bibia enye kama enfama anopay amani afufo pika ho ena yatenasia ede Tuesday edition of Nhyira Digital Pass was live on Facebook Mr. Obra Facebook in 104.5 na Fifi Manfred Ensha Sema oko YouTube so a Ensha TV na wa subscribe anytime be aba live ubenya notification na wetimi ahye program no live 10:42 Yankona Fifi Manfred Ensha se Emfa am I coffee good morning also you know so na yento asana coffee ebay me samo yawo 2 plots of land yeton awo trabuom ebay efiakobi girls hona nti wani je ho a 2 plots of land wani je ho a na wa friend number 0540112434 0540112434 no litigation we man so be any ho a 2 plot into any je ho a our trabrom afiakobio na yewo estate house a eno so ye ton our Brokrom estate a estate house into any je ho na pesa to at the same number 0540112423 na wa friend na man Kofi.
Yeah, good morning Rich.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Be fine.
Oh yeah, ngame adum. Oh yeah. Recently na some small back pain, but kafra.
Say pains in about too much. I don't know the weather no.
Me posture.
Oh okay.
The way I me driving me tenase any say me tena konya me kwade me tenase no. Yeah. Tiana me tanya once a while back pain so.
Okay.
I've tried to make sure say me correcting me posture no.
But so when you be anum there.
Me nya pain am no medru.
Okay.
I tried to make sure that the underlining reason that a man in pain.
You avoid it.
Yeah.
That's right.
One she Nina said.
Or the show one.
Yeah, me be hooked onto pain meds now. One she meant to me. And I'm try some. Which Adiachi. Now and then you buy no a look into the season. Who say you have a started season across board. Just a couple of days. The season is actually back. Because this weekend most of the countries are more curtain raisers no abo. And Nyame had much now the European curtain raiser, which is the Super Cup. And then there is UEFA Champions League games, penultimate round for the final round of UEFA Champions League group stage. So the season is fully back. So when you're a lover of the game there, then it's a time for you to feast because you are going to enjoy talking about football, following football and sound. And I think it just dovetails into a report on Mundo Deportivo starting from Spain. And according to Mundo Foro, the lineup Hansi Rita Fleck Ebekom in the first game of Barca and Real Mallorca Ebebono. Which in say as it stands now, still Barcelona have not registered Juan Garcia. They have also still not registered our brother friend Marcus Rashford. Yes, there is that space on the books now. Inigo Martinez. We've spoken about the fact that the amortization that should have gone on for another year or two is now off the books. The wages of Inigo Martinez are off the books. Again, our brand TFN and Sumani Fati wages are off the books to an extent, even if it's for loan. Again, Osho Mutinima Mark and Ter Stegen, a percentage of his wages and so off the books. So Barca have the space. And Nhyira say Barca as a matter of agency will register a friend Juan Garcia in the coming days, but they are not too certain with a friend Marcus Rashford. And Uti Mallorca game, they are expecting a friend Alejandro Balde at left back, Pau Kubasi at left centre back, Ronald Araujo at right centre back. Then an area a bone of contention according to Mundo Foro. Either say Kunde and I say Eric Garcia and then starting in the right back corner. Then Pedri, Frankie de Jong as the two centre midfield pair. And I said the double pivots near can Rafinha, Fermin Lopez, Lamine Yamal, and your friend Ferran Torres because your friend Marcus Rashford is absent. Which this double pivot is it the best in the world right now? Especially when you look at it on the ball. Because we say Barca structure and press it to counter press. So you don't need a specialist ball winner with team. So Obi say João Palhinha. Obi to say Manuel Ugarte, Obi to say Casemiro. You don't need those kind of players in the team because they have a structure that deals with the ability to win the ball back when you lose the ball. And so on two pivots, they are much more focused in possession. And it's every time Frankie de Jong a recycling of play. And this is what I said. No matter how good you are, it is going to be very difficult for you to have more possession than they will have. Because almost specialist recyclers on the ball. Almost players almost recycle play almost every time.
You have the young Obama experience.
Every time
he controls the
calmness,
ball,
the composure on the ball.
Exactly. And Pedri too is very good when it comes to passing.
And when he said Pedri too will give you the final third runs, in addition to it. So I think that side double pivot way. In Spain, I don't know who beats it. The double pivot of Pedri and Frankie de Jong. Yes, maybe the Chimeni, Camavinga, Federico Valverde, Jude Bellingham. Sam Mastantuono. Madrid has brought in Franco Mastantuono. So maybe he has that quality that we are yet to see.
He's young.
Very young.
And I feel no about La Liga.
Yeah.
Acclimatization, So at this point.
Yeah.
You better that comparison. I think so the Barcelona made for no. And then Real Madrid too. I mean, even Madrid fans they can't be choosing Barcelona.
This double pivots there.
Super.
It's essentially the best in the Spanish La Liga. But who Barca team marriage? Any fun of problem because only say one of the conversations around goalkeeping was that Marc-André Ter Stegen performances are never form. And he was also not durable for them. Meaning says the mechanism and rate take a performance from our own pity. But okay, let us even agree and disagree on the durability of Testegen and say and Rihanna only available most of the times. So they went in for one Garcia, who they think is a good option and also very durable for them. But the biggest problem looks like it's at fullback. Because still Hector Fort, Gerardo Martin, Hector Fort to be leaving, Gerardo Martin more rich. I don't think that is enough. It looks to me, say Osha Barca set up now. What Hansi Flick and most possession-based managers do is that with the ball, they go into a 3-2-5 of a sort. Into Osha Barca team now. It is very, very clear, say on person ball in a 3-2-5, where essentially they will have Abrantia Yefreno. Abrantia friend Pau Kubasi, and then of course Ronald Arau as part of the back three. Kunde last season was part of them. So on the right hand side, there's no problem because either Eric Garcia or Jules Kunde can help in build up. In fact, Eric Garcia put a specialist ball playing centre back. Modus operandi, so if he's playing in that area, it's fine. But my problem is still at Alejandro Balde's area because last season when it mattered most and Alejandro Balde prior, Barca were found wanting in that area. I don't think Gerardo Martin is up to that level. My Barca fans say, "Oh, Gerardo Martin, you okay?" But the level of Alejandro Balde, that is the little problem. It's rich. Barca are going to go into the season like that until say Brent Freno, Marcus Rashford, they return, or Robert Lewandowski, they back after 3 weeks later to say he's not going to be there. No, we'll see how Barca team will look like. Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, we know what they can do, and it looks as if they want to continue from where they started last season.
Barcelona, my bro.
Are they?
No situation now. Barca come now. Say club be a yeah. Because the levels are more on my tongue. I mean, financial engineering, BBA, but
still in foul.
Oh, men can say enfa, but omo ye do meet me because the situation in Barcelona come no. So bad, so bad. Maybe the a football can be my Barcelona coach, and it's a highlight a too predictable.
Oh, but
sometimes don't chuki kakra.
How to beat the predictability in a problem? Wow, banana.
Sa highline na Barcelona ball much on. So ko share teams I know na me catch you. Who share team bia omo players omo team kuta ball emma penetrating passes easily.
Marriage they met those best teams last season.
Obi to say Kupama.
Yeah.
So who ko share Chelsea. Na Kupama with the groove more. Between the pass na chishim
until say Kupama be drew on. Until say Kupama be drew on that highline.
Imagine what she Manchester United the Bruno. After ball no the
I come 10 minutes and say time pacho. I just come Manchester United I said. Yeah Juma say bia na o say there's a asema okay chinchina into the Manchester United babishim. Waka Kupama nicely. You be moving on. Was it kaka PSG boy. And aka team over. Was where she do the sometimes I don't get you. Which then a Pep Guardiola person here.
I know.
Which then a Pep Guardiola person here.
Say almost say Savino beko.
Yeah.
So beko they replace Savino with Rodrigo.
But why does Savino have to go? You see, I don't know if the decisions were taken before Hugo Viana able take you over as sporting director. But I don't particularly understand. Who is it? Rodrigo goes here inside 10. And Obo naturally on the left wing, but throughout the season and at Madrid, right wing Unotimibo. Savinho is also a right winger. If Rodrigo Goes is going to leave Madrid, is he not going to opt to play on the natural areas on the left winger now? And so watch a Manchester City team now. One of the places they have a problem with a right back, which enemy besides one head and right back of Manchester United, Manchester City. We don't know who the right back Manchester City is. Karaoke is gone. It is between Matthias Nunes and your branch friend Rico Lewis. No, these are not natural rights. So what you say? Only natural rights backs. So see, for Menura, when the news started coming that Madrid want to go, Man City want to go for Rodrigo Goes, I keep on asking, say, what is the plan? I want to understand what really the plan tactically of Josep Guardiola. Send up person use Rodrigo Goes. Or Nico left Crampona reach In Bobby said Rodrigo Goesa, you need somebody as a fullback who will keep the weight for you because on over inside. But on left backs in centre backs were conventional mobile left back. Not Nathan Ake centre back. Josco Guardiola is a centre back. Almost all of them are centre backs that have been converted to play in that area to be able to deal with PMP. So I've been wondering what exactly the plan of Joseph Guardiola is with him. Maybe immediately he buys Rodrigo Goes. A cascading effect or better another player who will come and platform Rodrigo to get a job done inside as a player of him. Which I did come and Pep Guardiola and say, no matter what, if an offer comes for a player, now Omuko could be a player and as a player and they say, oh, Obekwa, they don't stop the player. And that's the thing that's happening with Savinho. Savinho has realized that at Man City, you don't automatically become the top boy. No. There be you fight for your place. There are times last season when you be a more and then the numbers no reduce. But what it has brought is that now he wants to move on. Tottenham Hotspur is a place where after the injury of James Maddison, the departure of Son Heung-min, spaces have come. And on beefy up on scored. In fact, even Ebre Chieze this morning, Tottenham have made inquiries of him, and they want to bring him to the team as an important player. This boy called James McAtee. So, they said Nottingham Forest won't want to let him go. Jack Grealish is going. Jack Grealish, a performance on the field and I say off the field now. Emma O'Flip, team and friend Manchester City.
Boof.
Who's in that first now? But I say Park is not Pep using as a possession retainer like Okitabona. You don't just take the ball of Jack Grealish.
How many times Pep using?
In Americans, using for specific games. Okobo team, very transition at Madrid. So every game be Madrid, Madrid Bobiano, Jack Grealish should play because he wants him to keep the ball more. But it looks as if the off the field issues that happen with our branch friend Jack Grealish has made him go. Rich, you see. Me person me bisa Chelsea questions with me pacho Alejandro Garnacho come on in there. Forget about it. The absence of Leverkusen. Say your friend say Bianchi you ever start season. Rich say Bia before say Oti say Leverkusen will be plano. Where did you see that Chelsea will rank in the top 4 on us the league table now?
12th, 13th.
Last this you are not serious. Please be serious. Where did you see that? I don't think you are serious.
Never. Me comedian.
Sorry.
Serious business.
Okay.
When you pay Tiano pay?
In the 12:30.
No, hold on. When you pay Tiano pay?
Well, I'm twice so now.
Lectures and I mean.
Of course. But maybe so say.
People need Tiano pay. Obi some question. What say before Sir Branton ni be piano? Nanka me the number 20 and I'm saying the number 12 or 13.
12 or 13.
Yes. I want to
see I level your plan if I Chelsea better.
Relegation.
Okay. So it means that Obi are not all predicting where Chelsea will be next season with Leverkusen and then Chelsea last season, winning of the Club World Cup Conference League. I want to know from what you for the teaming top people with you on Facebook and YouTube, say where do they think that Chelsea will fall now? The absence of Leverkusen doesn't hurt now because it looks as if the briefing from the Athletic and they say Chelsea don't plan to bring in another centre back. They believe strongly that Benoit Belachile, Jao Hato, Aaron and Silmino should be good enough. I know. For a lot of people on so the about
whenever they show never boy to
so ma we need you cry nti we men kasa so the anka pa no
they me pa na
anti bo se na there dia say Belachile ba because afaba
matamfu bewu
me I've said it several times and I'll say it again. There is a lot of quality in Benoit Belachile. The only thing is that in recent times Benoit Belachile's injury after so Baba joining just Mauricio Pochettino affecting Kakra. Now, what is the importance of left centre back on Menientema Benoit is important. Say, who should Benoit Haseya? Just the MBM never be a bacteria. You need what you call a centre back, and Makani several times. Sa position is very important to Enzo Maresca. So what follow Enzo Maresca Jumane Power? He doesn't really deal with tactics. The major thing Enzo Maresca does with is the structures and spaces. It's the 3 at the back, the 2 double pivots in the middle of the pack, and then the 5 in the last line. Najuma of the center back ojina fifi say oh ball no ball se ball ni kita omo a no team breaking lines and passing ball no. Now the outside center backs no at the left side and the right hand side most of the time say Wesley Fofana on the right. Now Juma is to do ball carrying. Into Oshia teams are sitting in a mid block or a low blocker. The plan is for Wesley Fofana to be able to carry the ball and then bring it to the final third and then find the players in the half spaces. And only a problem for Benoit. The problem is that when Enzo Maresca does this as the back three, which now becomes the rest defense, Sebon kita opponents now. Ana opese the center back no the leader in aggression. Now what I find the front-footed defending no. Me my business can several times have described it as the cat and dog profile of defending. I say we need back one and near ding or man akonimu. Then the other one who does the sweeping job. And one has a deep Pierre Benoit Bellachile has an issue. When you live in 1v1 in the last state, when he has to be aggressive in the front foot defending. In fact, and now kind. In the game against AC Milan, the only downside in how Chelsea were playing was the fact that Ushe Chelsea team now, that front-footed defending and like or the battle, Chaloba is slow kakra. Chelsea na there is slow kakra. So that is where the little worry is. Mary Chelsea for someone to be assisting. At least that's the little briefing that is there.
Any problem?
Me, I'm confident in Benoit.
Okay.
Maybe everybody that knows me is me the leader of the Benoit hive. In terms of CFA born into a nano, name body on he has lost some confidence. It's an opportunity for him to take up that opportunity. Say, if it happens, say Chelsea have to play with two left-footed centre backs and they can. Jao Hato can play in this area, plus Abrantia, Yefredo, Marco Crea. That means that the center back will be Abrantia Feno, tossing Adrebiayo. Then the aggressive defender will have to fall on Abrantia Feno, Jao Hato, to be aggressive and win duels inside area. No, it looks as if that's the only problem. Chelsea for no, Nhyira transfer, Nhyira season as it starts next week. No, Aaron and Somino so Hodom Jao Hato is there. Now, me who's an opera what tweet say Orlando Garnacho si Ganuga Engade.
Who came in Jose?
I was thinking ATM is Mount Ganema Orlando Garnacho. You won't get that money. And you pay more money.
Say the Ambaba table no.
Oh,
yeah.
But look, on one a better way from team and
60 plus 20 million add-ons.
Alhamdulillah Garnacho.
I'm catch you.
Okay. O de try take Jana Bubo number.
Se munibia. Me bona messenger me can there and pay as a team ya discuss here they twem. It table no twem.
118.
Over a 60 million cash down.
We are not buying Alhamdulillah.
20 Donian add-ons man for no
any problem. Garnacho only 25 million federal.
Oh, and they obey me jina keke
no make us Garnacho. So when you 25 million munde radiasi. Because Garnacho today only proper suitors be.
This guy you are funny.
And the boy yeah, I know I'm funny. Me I'm very very funny. But I can just say
you play and oh now be price na mine.
Of course, but that's the valuation on the market. But that's the evaluation on the market. Nobody has
say evaluation. I mena a Japanese media. Mena me share price. I say me dem Japanese.
Yes, yes.
Now na wa over to.
Yes, yes. Turn we Japanese. Yes, yes. Kwano pe.
No problem.
Nyaobe bobo who say cut down bobo.
Na mutu yi. So to fuo.
Aye.
Fuo what is yes fuo I spider.
Spider.
Egu.
I say Alan.
Egu tank ni. Den ya amount on no chamba.
Alan Garnacho oyefuo.
Garnacho no. Garnacho no muto man to where you bona fide property so we don't have any problem.
No problem. Nana mufu on egu ne tank mu no. Egu ono ma ontuafu on ka.
Say egu on.
Aha, but yeah, the old the
man turn in chamba to.
No problem, but who Garnacho no ti wono. Otua utua ne ka. Any difference? It's that day he will come 25 million.
That day and to be problem.
Alexander Ishak no what's Newcastle do rich?
Ishak dem me feel say Newcastle for no man.
I think there's so manico. I don't know why people are saying say
players here
yeah, he wants to go.
Or Charles
yeah, he wants
so
to go.
If you see can
and I think the Liverpool fan have given him an assurance the way he's doing. As a Liverpool fan, I'm an assurance say they will come onto the transfer market. Rich man, we say my time now. So my fancy na me more code because the next Champions League games now when you continue your streak, from Sunday. We've been winning. So far as the season has started here, we are very certain that we'll be winning till the season ends. So my member code Nesumau we invest and I say call bet we are no one in 10 we try be at their marriage. First one a BW A3 A9 A04. That is the first one. The last time I catch up say South Africa for crack can also use these codes if you want to bet. Next one a BW A3 A7 C67. Next one a BW A3 A47 D4. And the last one a BW A3 A2271. These are the codes are rich and they try a streak in so winning streak so efficacy really all the best say BB anywhere there
matro petition be come FIFA but any time china oba
petition be
drew out there china
mama me hu na me start me lawyers in gaze
me dey chef fridge
make us say
about Chelsea
say
ochina me ba
say Chelsea near there
me say ochina me ba don't rush right
Martin
okay intro to media so 4.5 11 for time with time here ba yendi apomidin hu komo kakra na Bismarck osu bempa yala emra YouTube Insta TV Facebook Insta 4.5 yene time here ba for any komo ma video na ATB fa ema me oba fe fa sa tenasi bi time here ba good morning. I want to say,
Yamiadum Bachana also.
Yamiadum, why is it so bad? Yamfakaman in 2 3 until Metodrono. Germany for UK
and I am fantasy.
US. And I want to a young, okay, a ranting nature. I'm going to also come up. Yanko.
Edika yemeda wasese wa mami akwenya ne semeni metie for ye twetwe apomuden enkomo medofo pa otie mesia bre memo ache na mama akwa aba 104.5 FM so midi ene na na kosia ye bo asabre apomuden enkomo twetwe bre ena aju so me so ya de ya ama mene wansere na free ya de sanso bibenya wa na free ya de eno nti ena me so beka me ho ne twetwe apomuden enkomo si ebe wie na me bo ya de so apedro ni bia nonom aboa ama ni padua no enya ne ho tumapa e de fra no apomuden so egina ne ho so ena dra me de bro eye time herbal mixture anansa time herbal capsules edromo edre bibidro kan a eboa ema kwamo enya hoden ekutia yade ahodo asipia edua woni padua nim etu ase kwakwa edi free honom edema ebusu ekase time herbal mixture anansa time herbal capsules a obi bebusa se eye dro be eye dro mu adro ase de trene kaye no woduma kuma obo ni wiase wonim se wobo num na ba ha bible aduaba wose ye ni aduaba no ne fa na hahan ensa yade ne sa ne nti ene ye bo ewura kwaye mu atiasi kwaye mu ya keke num na ne ahaba asie ni ye de adro mu adro se de mpani kaye no wo mo se enkote adro mu no ne hahan adro so de wo no ano papa preko enu nti ene time herbal mixture na se time herbal capsules no ya de abro eye adro mu adro ya de boni bia besu ni pedua no so na etete oni pedua na eha oni pedua yade mu akese mu nketoa emusunsun so boni na etete o yade bi wo hono ma ni sunsun so oba ebi te sa ase keka menua ba na etete wo wahi fi honom ehonum nyina ye wo hene yese yade bi di ntide yese wuti na ye ode wahemu ensasa bi atiese honom a ene enyan kora wo bema ensasa atiese wo bema ho de biara da na onsa shobotom simaduasa na wunyiye enye sika na wo twa emma ene enya ona ho na ye hene wo bema ho na ye wo hene ena wutie sabi ya de boni wunya se ebetena ho ache se wo ba na nsansa betie so ahemfie ho ne beja wase keka no ema umayo no NCP ensita enka ensem fata na abetena wa ahemfie ho no kankan bi de pampan de mese eba ne sa wo dofo bi anasa wo kanche be bi obenya no kra no wontimi emben wo ye nipa mu kokra na ye den ede ama eno ntina mesra wo se wo ba wutie mesabre wo beye ba osimua yakase aketesia maminchiro mu ye enye ntade hyemu kwa na ma waketesia asem no esibisita anhwe onu mu che na ho ye de ho ye neat ho ye nice eka ho em waketesia asem no esipi esita na wa himfie onu be ye kama enso egugu ni nyina betu ayira pampan bi discharges if you himfie onu eba wo be onu ma ne de na yi pie bobo akese mu nketoa asekosua ya no abi ne kankan na eba no mesa wa da ho ya time echeche ba mixture and as a time herbal capsules a drone ebi wonya bi na onuma eboa ema himfie honom eye neat eye clean eye fresh eche na eye de enso de ma wo oba no eba ne sa owura oba wo ho a agro no eba ne sa eso keke sa so na bema wutie me sabre time echeche ba mixture anasa time echeche ba capsules no eye adro mu adro eye ntim mu adwuma ebiebie ntim mu ma moje timidi mu afusani eye enu nti sabre wo bema no ehiafo aye se kete ahode a wo mu nyina afri mu ya de boni abeka oni pedua ma obema no kwentimi mu adwuma ye mesra wada wo be ye bema mu 3 minutes patre yo no ye fanhia oba wo de adi agrache enim guasia na do so ya time echeche ba mixture na set time echeche ba capsules edroni bi boa ama obema ni mu apagya ahode a wo mu nyina ba mu ye wo bo adwuma otimi to pani ye ema godie no eye de sisi ya de bi abesua wo so sisi mu kura etete wo ya se koto original watna se mu bia wuntimi enye no wonya time echeche ba mixture na set time echeche ba capsules edroni bia eboa pa etu sisi ade ase sisi mu kura uhuru sisi ni mu fi nyina edi fi honom ede ma ebusua meto aso de ma me de doctor number to dwa ofra ye bejo so ya de bia doctor wakwadiri mu ye wasua de ye anu to ofra na obejo so ye bebo no anya ye nya ya de no eho pomasibre ede ama edro so ebenya botani a kire mu ye se de se na fata na obenom a enya fe no watwene ebe yon tanta e wadro ne ho wada ama wo dial wo tra wo fra 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 abusia yo bi a owo junso mu hawo tete wo be betina sisi madu emunu mu nyina aye junso kro junso no sokra emeye e banketenkete obonu ma junso ne ba no na ne be ma no emu twetwe no emu ye ne ya na emu apai mienu wo ba bi so no ma woko junso na himfie honom na emu hyehye no obu ajonso keke na woko junso njese wo bob na mamansan etene nka ni na ye ya de boni sunso so abesua wo so obu so wa junso na kire no ade a eba no ana ekira de eye moja na esoso se kokoko obi so ane junso mu no eba eni se ko ebi betimi aye se ensu modwade bi wo no ma efa sunso so boni bi se ede ebre yen ne sa ni ntina mekanfo edu papa no ede ama wo se penetira kwan boru drug store herbal shop pharmacy shop bia eben wo eye duro mu aduro ye duro tatashe eye duro brim eye nyina ye de ye busua nchemfa ya adofo nchemfa wo ba nya binum na be manya binum a muhia ne ma eboa ema agro no eso eye de esanse wo be mani mu apagya na ahemfie ni mu ache no eba ne sa enije nko a ene koso wo dem honom enu ntina meka forma wo se penetra kwan na no no bi eye time hh ball mixture na se time hh ball capsules abofra no wede enfie du mienu de kwa obetimi an madro yi bi esanse ensunso so mebo so ti se asekeka ene jonso a wo jonso no ahemfie mu hyehye wo be ma ne mu apan mienu no yetimi enya bi ewo dodo bi aya yeje ye nan egu nso ewo so bi ti se obi onuma wakwa yini yade ato yade nso eye mframa yade makokoto so adwonso obi ba no kokoto so a yade ne bi wo ho a wo benya suku mu sensem so de mo frɛ wo mo anako no ma beka kye ye enu nti ye ntwen se ya bofo beko suku mu no abeka kye se mama kote yade bi se ne sa ni nti enuane ne sika yade be mo no ya fa time echeche ba mixture anasa time echeche ba capsules adro ni bi enka ho na ye mfa ma wo mo wo madidi awie no wo mo boni sensuo eboa siesie ni pedua no wonti no emu etwetwen wonsa no wonan ayese titiriti ansasa me se egu ye bema ogu ya yimfie o me hoye hene no wodie no egu ni pedua no eni eja wo ho hene de bia roda na wuti wo ho eba ne sa ye ho hwea enye aho hene tiese usuwada ama wo beti wo tieti na ni pedua no asei edro ho hia eye time hh ba mixture anasa time hh ba capsules eye adro mu adro we no eye santiaka de eye bibre mu adro kan eye adro waso a wonya bi na no ma tete adro pa ya ye ne kama ede ama eboa esiesie ni pedua no ede ma wo no ma wonyare enso odidi pa so ne sotia na ete ne tiri nyina ebubu wonu atimi wo se ne wedie no ase wo ye tiesi yade wedie mu adro ho hia ye time hh ba mixture enye yade bia ne ba eka ni pedua to oputupuru yade bi ono ma ehso ho no fe woni mu se wo ho ode eno ne yese wonyare so oda ye wansore yade wo ni pedua nim entwen ema ye mo yade so ntrawan some wako pedro etra kwan no mu bi fa ye odada dro time echeche about mixture na say time echeche about capsules no wo bia timi no mu bi edrei wo peni doso poato a eni de mo astanwa wo do ani betre dani herbal baseline pharmacy Kolinak herbal misty herbal and apidank wo benya bi e wo hono Fredman's herbal ye wo ke o have me pharmacy opposite KSTU anake polino wo benya bi e wo hono na wato K engine herbal so you Emrom Abidjan House also chemist you KJT Race Cross ubenya bi e wo honom atoto PFA pharmacy ye Waterful New Road dodo bi a wo pa bia ubenya bi ato e wo meaye amabobɔ sui na mum ba ko mienu miensa wo to ano no mo no mesra oburu drugstore herbal shop pharmacy shop bi a eben wo de wako yes time echeche herbal mixture any ho na mum time echeche herbal capsules e wa mesra e ye dukro na ye ne capsules and an mixture eno ntini nyina obetimi ato bi na wano no mum ye mo a na yenonom edu papa bi na afi yade bia da ne ziba ewe mu no entimi ntunko emfama yen me de number no e to de twato wada ma frɛ doctor obaje oso eye 0244 417 669 0244 669 edro na beju ana ye guna sanso na banchinya eja na kire edro no se beju ana enjo ni nyina ne wonu mesraw to bi nanonom eye time hhebal mixture and as a time hhebal capsules ebeboa amankwamwa no enya hoden apomode nkomatwetwe bre and amede emma o mema mo enitie makra
that's it enti edro no eye time time say kutu say bam no to de no anu na bibia kama adi amount alright yento dwumade no so yedi abomede ho nkomo no awie Bismarck wo sibe empire la to so na yedi amonene nkomo no medical kachemo se congress no enso asase ewo ayenkran pampram yebewura ho na yakodi enkomo kakra adi afri ayenkran ne ha so far congress ne niame kosen congressmen and members no obi aba bedru na sign na niema AC echo and then ye nanim asam kese a edaba maso the proposal status review committee no and so ayomode koto congress anim na congress so mbejatum ana omunyintum the third term for GFA president no and so yebedi enkomo no e de afa ho kakra na hwe say so far no omo epic intelligence our grounds are saying na aye members no enkomo no enso esi ekoni na no yebidi san community join live on Facebook in Shaban 4.5 on Facebook in Shaban 4.5 oba no share dwumadie no e de amame na do message no aka ho Samsung YouTube eye Insha TV timpacho aya na honso no wait me join here na wa subscribe at the amami but ayala ebe na make out say nyame adoma me mende ya na blood donation no love fm FM yene konfanoche na akabuma yedi dwumadie yi enso ede eba yekoto de sere obia sa me mende ayana obefia na enina no yatwe emoja kakra ede akobua aye konfo anotintisha no so say me mende ya na dwumadie no enso eba so ba emfa hu bia nhye that perception I was saying na utwimoja na ubewu na woni so be enina no kribia enim enunti na oban wa doctor for ha omudi ka hwe se atwimoja na emfa problem bia emba so uwia ye wonro nnuane a ubedie ansa na wakọ baju ani kra so hu ninina nyame adoma memende adwumadie no eba so ntino aya hye no so efa emame arasbotus na aso cinema catch us TVS aye pragiana ho ene ton papa original wenye obi na ase da chocho de aton we dey customized brunina nkasanti ope pragia aye papa na ne bono awo forma arasmutus and make am for at the amount 0257 9970228 your sister so ya na so nso no wetimi aba abeje pragiano ebi e dey free join live on Facebook in 4.5 YouTube Insha TV subscribe na anytime bia na ba onso unsa etimi akabi Bismarck ozu bempa ayala good morning but you know what to say
oh nyame adom me hoye
ede me ase
ene me pentama me yakọ congress na se enti mekuta one simple analysis bi
okay
then most of the time, no. I am attracted to do analysis when a issue may work concern, and I say me dwendwen now I say mintimi ehun how a sisa Henry Jano pay me by. It's all about goalkeeping. This weekend, yeah, and Dean Henderson, how goalkeeping is very, very important to a football team. Somebody winning trophies. Make the goalkeeper for Crystal Palace. Ne exploit our community shield. Wonderful. This same goalkeeper was a subject of controversy in the FA Cup final against Man City. Man City forcing also could red card. Wendy, he ended up saving penalty. Omo edge etimi ewini the FA Cup now you can go back when Spain edge the FIFA World Cup, the exploit of Saint Ike Casillas. When the old German team Jan and also Oliver Kahn, even in recent history, look at the dominance of Team Bisa Chelsea and Peter Cech. Shedewia Manchester United, Elwa Peter Schmeichel and Van de Sar. It is because in their golden generation, these goalkeepers were so integral in the Omuya. Look at Buffon. When Italy edged Germany 206, look at his exploit. The only goal he considered was that Penanka penalty from Zizou throughout the tournament. And see, goalkeepers has been always special. So, just the last end of the season, look at what Donnarumma did for Paris Saint-Germain in the run to win the Champions League. Trophy the year that they were supposed to win it, Rich, their best player was this guy. In crucial moments, Donnarumma was there. Barcelona last season scored so many goals. Baby. Every Barcelona fan behind needing Goma. Never say, oh, last season was successful. So, Shazini Caron. Shazini Caron pa. And you continue obey one of the likable players in the dressing room, Obia Penasam, because he was integral. Nancy, Liverpool to watching Manchester United in winning the EPL 20 times. Which you can write that history and in gold leave the name of Alisson Becker. Special. He has been very, very crucial. And the goalkeeping. And you're very, very sensitive to anything we are building, especially if what do you say over our team in the titles. Now, Rich, with this foundation, Ebani saying that today, and I'm not going to say, the best goalkeeper is available, but there is no aggression towards him. What has happened? And a Paris Saint-Germain acquired goalkeeper Lucas Chaveri and Omodinaba. Omodi Chaveri abaye no Rich. Obianim ewo France say the way a new make kono Lucas Chaveri will be the number 1 for Paris Saint-Germain. 1 or a French. 2 Donnarumma so extending the contract. The contract will be in 2026. One of the best goalkeepers in the French league a movie and about Paris Saint-Germain. And this goalkeeper is going to keep the post for team the Paris Saint-Germain. Now, Rich, say Ujiri say some na America. Oh, me how many na America? Say Ochena Paris Saint-Germain will Super Cup against Tottenham. Rich, do you know say Chima Enanopa already from Luis Enrique Anemi for the Super Cup? There's no Gigi Donnarumma.
On his own pride.
Oh, he's there. This is the team. Paris Saint-Germain. But this competition, every game, no, by virtue some of the Champions League. The goalkeeper no do the Champions League, no. Rich, Omukobo Super Cup, yatin a drop. RMC and I say goalkeeper no crano, the Omotitino. And your mum say, Yabaka chance on the reserve team in Korea training. That is the level of Donnarumma drew El Paris Saint-Germain. He is not part of the Super Cup squad.
So I am a man say a year contract no so extended no. Internet PSG for years and now they just want to get rid of him.
You see, contract no so extended the count.
Okay.
Because I won't extend the contract in the year. We will not allow you to be important in the club.
No, trouble there.
Now, when they are building your value, then you go and take your money elsewhere. And it's yes, you have to value this. So, you have say when you are, say you come to the table and extend the contract. And the money that he is looking for, and Mamika says the same way. Luis Enrique seems to have changed the mindset of Paris Saint-Germain for him. That is why today they see no player as a superstar there. Messi, Kylian Mbappe, Sergio Ramos, Neymar Jr. When we allow them to go, Luis Enrique said, we need to build a team and not individual egos and superstars. On the Champions League. And it's a sad coach in a said, look, in my dressing room, player be obey me, who say be obey, me chairman so me ego be allow him to go. And I didn't your money in that mama. Okay, I will say Kim, I will say, Pierre also. Because and yes, rich. And him fan and Tokona Kodura. Paris Saint-Germain Kobo Super Cup. They will leave Donnarumma out of the squad. Now, Anopawi, this is like Gazzetta dello Sport, newspaper and him. Rich, what do you watch in Italia? Almost say Donnarumma. On the Paris Saint-Germain, on my body go no, inevitable. Our begu. The divorce is inevitable. That is what Delosport is reporting in the front page of a newspaper. Now, Rich, this is why we analysis in the back. Who say a transfer stories are you tell to me say, oh, player be any club be any situation. Now omo pen on and they are observing the situation. Rich, so club will be observing the Donnarumma situation now. By now it is clear what is happening between Ono and Paris Saint-Germain. Now this is my point. Last week, in a French football magazine, the organizers of the Balon d'Or, Rich, adding nominees ever to Abonte. Omudu goalkeepers in the bottom. Alison Becker, Yacine Bono, Lucas Avelia, Thibaut Courtois, Gianluca Donnarumma, Emiliano Martinez, Jean Oblak, David Raya, Marcels, and Jean Soma. These are the goalkeepers, Rich Omuyi Omo. Now, Rich, you look through the goalkeepers. And Obian Kanchao say Donnarumma is going to win the Yashin Trophy and Balon d'Or as the best goalkeeper in the world. Now, Rich, don't tell me what South fan believe in. They say you go beyond just the Yashin Trophy, which is the award for the goalkeepers, Rich, and you go to the nominees for the Balon d'Or proper. He is the only goalkeeper in the list. Minister, for the last 2 years, Emiliano Martinez has been winning the best goalkeeper. It is very, very clear, sir. He is going to be dethroned by Donnarumma. Obe winning the Yassin Trophy, and in the Balon d'Or list of outfield players, he is the only goalkeeper in the list. So if you are someone winning ball, only the only goalkeeper in the Balon d'Or final nominations in Owom. So in me say, in Pimpia can say he is the best goalkeeper in the world. Rich, about the saying that the best goalkeeper in the world, and what this situation with the club, and we are not yɛnti say club be aggressive say Charlie the best is available and that we are going for. Now me take care mobile. I was listening to Fifi and Fifi show Chelsea team here complete. Almost someone told me say if they get Simons and Garnacho, Rich, I beg to differ. The Chelsea team have a goalkeeping problem. They know.
Fifi now.
And look, there are levels in completion. The Chelsea team now works this year is doing something good. But Rich, they can elevate on level no, if they add goalkeeper be said Donnarumma. Imagine this Chelsea team with Donnarumma as a goalkeeper. Just imagine it. Yes, and the Chelsea team, you know, and Kaka, former Maesca, and my full players in the also show more players in the team as any other. Yes, Robert Sanchez, I want to show the quality there. What? Oh, me, I to say, so only have Chelsea goalkeepers now also see here now. Donnarumma be booming now. And I've already established that he is the best goalkeeper in the world right now. Rich. Yet is Chelsea conflict here with Mark Mene, no monsieur. Goalkeeper no cry. And now, many time anka. Say Ushe AC Milan and Chelsea now, especially first goal. The Rich James, Ekombo. No, I say no Mark Mene, Chelsea pel. You've gotten the opportunity at Stamford Bridge to do audition. The uncle here, the Omega so they were right, so Omuja were cheating. No, Rich, under normal circumstances, Sankaduna be available. You will expect you go back to Italy.
Yeah.
Mebwa. Number one, Juve Pen, Omiliska. And you must say they are considering so Omeko for a loan. But as far as I'm say, Rich, Donnarumma no, I can't 1 year pay. Our Paris Saint-Germain. And the Omunti Fanny loan, Omun money loaner, overseas in the contract. They don't have control over him. Player can't 1 year and Fanny loan. Now, and similar they will get Donnarumma back. But Rich, will they disrespect Mark Mene, who has been one of their best players in the last 3 seasons, and say all of a sudden, because Donnarumma may available, no, Mark Mene fear club ni muko, yet Donnarumma ever back. And we are NC. And it will take some few money. AC Milan in Nisika. But Rich, as some purpose want to say, we are in a year. Every player be prepared to go and play World Cup next season. Now Donnarumma, Italy #1 goalkeeper. So what will the FIGC do with the situation? Because Rich, say Italy World Cup now, they will need their best goalkeeper in the world to be on form. But FIGC, you know, Rich, and to me can change and say, we are AC Milan, we are Inter, we are Atlanta, we are Juventus. Cotonou never better because we will need our #1 goalkeeper to be imposed at the World Cup. Now, the Paris Saint-Germain they are Donnarumma, no, Rich. Second football, they allow states to maneuver their way in football, and can Italy for them, and can they will give France for no more poison. Do you know what they would have done? Okay, someone could find Lucas Cavalier about Paris Saint-Germain, but my French #1, our national team is at AC Milan. So we will also bench him and bring Donnarumma, who is the Italian national team goalkeeper, and give a tip. So that he will be fresh and sharp for the World Cup. Say utie minima no si no say utie dollars ola udi o full story na me so say uhu a o so macho Chelsea or macho United and some free Italy everybody say the only 2 clubs are making some sort of approach though a remote these 2 clubs Chelsea and United
crowd has a kubu say akoda. Now,
and this is why I end. Rich, I've already established a Chelsea in your open. But the analysis will also be true. The same as some American. It applies to United too.
Me name the reason why management no matter what. So when last year you did na, you just said defensive
problem. So Rich.
What do I say?
Enti me be say me busa woni omo share ni omo mtie no. If the Italians are reporting say Chelsea and Manchester United na, and omo likely destination said Donnarumma every people Paris Saint-Germain. Between Chelsea and United, why pan we hear Donnarumma and why also aggressive to get the best goalkeeper on the transfer market.
No, I'm going to find the in fact. You go to consider the last season.
But Rich, you see, Onana wo do the performance in Obama in Nkoye no. Or Arabi one one. Emma ultimate hwe nim kete se wasan.
Ba na here one way.
Oh, unless you want to apply a full football environment and say massa. Football environment is a performance environment. Sure. So we also hear a combination of Oliver Kahn and Ike Casillas Krana. So we balance our numbers in ya. You have more continue to be further. If that is the analysis, then fine. Rich, between the two clubs, Bakonya Ward. Now, I'm going for the room. Now he's the best goalkeeper. And he's available. Probably every so they knew Boba. So they wanted it to deteriorate. Also, at the end, a level, I say.
When can Konankes Kakuta, Chairman? Or the Casa
only Robert Sanchez ball one match.
Sanchez Charles now on one
Italian papers now reported. No problem. Yes, analysis.
You sources just among
yes, source I said. Me analysis of the situation.
Okay. Kofi
yes,
so ha.
Na ni
ba France. Goalkeeper can Italia. Yeah, goalkeeper papa na be betum fane betum. Ye ne ba.
Odindanka loser came enya ni trefie da.
Donnarumma de won't be can champion onim
no problem. Tin ye say ni ati koko fa no. Yate. Ye di problem. Ye pay goalkeeper.
De utu why enemy of progress. Ade papa bia wo mpe. Ade papa bia wo mpe.
Mo se enye ye gira so kan ma ne fa. Ene de o be jaga say no programs. Ye say ye mpe no senior. Fa goalkeeper.
Anya wona da bia production o ka say. Ina success o nya na
de. Production kan.
O de ma say o mpe na ye de pe no.
Fa Manchester.
Ye de ala ayara mo so mo mpe de.
O de mo fa no.
Oni PSG for nkasa say e ba betua na.
This can can create me tua mi kra mo.
O mu defense kra nye. O mpe goalkeeper.
Una defense ye goalkeeper na nya fa ka.
Mo call relegation mo.
Let me wrap up. Let me wrap up this way. You see, sometimes a do stage of show they say I heard it. But and I think that Fifi just said it, but he doesn't really he doesn't really mean it when he says when he says you share of FIFA Club World Cup final and there was Donnarumma and Paris Saint-Germain Muna Sanchez and I keep it clean in the
Champions League.
Just that match, you know. Emma or GDS say Sanchez is okay if Donnarumma is available. Now Rich and we are Paco friend from US also Chow.
Okay.
Na I say or surprise we ma any junior.
Okay.
Or Chelsea ni kese na also na ni agye say waka say junior e wo Chelsea. Enti junior Chelsea.
It is almost better me ban against me.
Also ban na choose. Enti obe be Jesse. Next or the crown
if you're bad they say
now Rich so then now Fifi can and there are games
okay
mama code me say who on social media you can follow up with the argument. Donnarumma are available. Chelsea, any Manchester United, and here for now, say, and even any other club, because for me, he is the best goalkeeper in the world right now. Or he available on the transfer market. Rich, first one, a BWA3 E7 645. Second one, a BWA3 EC77D. Third one no a BWA3 F2 C4A. Then the last one BW A3 F8 E44. These are 4 betway course over to me after now they are they're not rich. Nothing.
Champion Diego.
You see? Yeah, Diego na one fear for Diego number. Some guys say for man. Oh, okay. When say
really a brand intelligence in the
Yes. They say European competitions never start here no. They also support Chelsea, also support Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Team you support Europe biano. So the last time now we show now about team jerseys, you know. And show out to say yes, there is quality or player version or quality in the BB. Into the first champion Diego say open European team Ujesia. Now one friend was 0546 279512 0546 279512 friend. Odo okaso in share passports for the say ahana manya gesi papenti who came now offer team and farmer now rich. Must you have a congress na say
I have a call.
Why do we have to go there?
If the
GFA says they've banned media, our Congress now say, and that only Congress now, and only share press conference there. Then why don't we also ban coverage and wait for their press conference? No, but Rich, you see, yeah, we are the fourth realm.
Sure.
And so only media wouldn't see her.
No, but say almost say after proceedings, you know, name wants and for Bishia. Whatever question the BM person will say,
Rich, this is not the first time a GFA Congress in you. GFA has been holding Congress since. This Congress is about 40 something Congress.
I mean, we're 31st or so.
So 31. The previous 30, no. They've allowed some Chofo to be there. And they send some Chofo in your room. And you know what will transpire in the room and never report it. Will we report maybe a NC room one?
Every animal come a false reporter.
What does it mean? Then it's only a press conference. Now the message you know say, young Frankwa, can't you do the false reportage with it? What are you hiding? And we are the ears, we are the eyes of the public. Football is a public interest sport. And you know every
and I must say. Football, football people,
Rich, we are not talking about
we are stakeholders.
Rich, Ghana Bar Association.
Yeah.
But when they go to Ghana Bar Association Congress, they invite media.
Okay, so a time will come and Omoka say, okay, after the meetings are here, or whatever you discuss, yes, there's nothing you can do.
The moment Satan on the Bebano, so Satan on the Basse Kima. Then we will start asking questions. Say, and then in the assistant here, this time around, you don't want the media to be there. Because which media? The reason why we come to events is to cover it for the public. Yeah, we don't take the decisions really. So I want to about for a decision, say, yeah, media to me. The only thing we do is to observe and come and tell people, so, yeah, Congress, agenda one, we discuss here. Agenda 2, wherever can say, where should add a counter argument by it. Now, Rich, if you want the media to be present at your press conference, where you will give us briefing, but we will miss the details of arguments made on the floor of Congress, then your reportage, will not be detailed enough for the public. And to me, they come in here, in my own wisdom, I'm young until they come out with the media press briefing. Because they don't want us to be there.
Okay, so Tilo trying in rank so there's a store now no mama media man inside her because me in fact I me who store and I was like me I'm say 50 krana on X
or say all my own
no so ebia now after the media bashing ebia no must so much so media no more
almost so much
because me I saw to Ayala
I didn't see media no bash them for what reason why will you bash them
no I didn't know okay bibia I mean you know the public
association every association in the constitution of this country association be on the rights
The way our Ghana
Yeah,
Association
so many right.
media about cover no. The Ghana Football Association can decide not to allow the media to cover for reasons best known to themselves. So most of them afford the state and respect people's way of doing things as well. The media cannot force themselves into people's lives.
You can't say a force.
No, Mitobasi. O say on tiasi ni into my one call. And we say uncle.
Yeah, we are asking questions.
Rich, when CAF today sits here and they say they are doing the CAF Extraordinary Congress, they can decide not to let the media come. You can't tell them they are not being open and fair because they are not letting the media come.
So after Congress,
we are entokwani yebeko inside one dey mesraw enya afi no bi wa beka asema ametwininia na afi media man no number be headline yempenisa. We want to control the headlines. There's nothing wrong with that.
After that,
every association obemo a press conference. Now press conference not be, and that's what he will give you.
And you hold on, my friend.
And your own man, no one can say, man, no, they are doing social media.
Why I disagree with Fifi is there? Nobody is saying we want to force ourselves into the room. And that is not what you are saying. That is it. And Commander Yedi, is outside their decision. Because I have been there on association. We are only reminding FF4 and say, at the end of my on the matter of principle, they are wrong. And whether it is our association or not, and only just being to mean if a decision is wrong or not.
But how they are wrong.
And number church.
No, me person one principle, one principle, and I say media for principle.
And number church. Sometimes say number church.
Okay.
You see, football, a public interest sports. Omo more inside one. Our Kotoko reps there. It's in an open crane. So more.
Yes.
Do they do Kotoko for themselves?
No.
They do Kotoko for the Kotoko supporters. And the Kotoko supporters are public interest.
And that is why GS want to say so we are. No. Argument now. It is going to defeat a lot of things. Public interest are there. And they will grant an interview, do a press conference, and tell the public. You don't have to be there to be able to feed the public.
When you come back and do a press briefing, what you will be doing is briefing. Rich, me as multimedia, me ko Congress national. Do you know the angle of my editorial policy in terms of Congress national?
No.
Who told you who will brief you now with the mammy? Is the angle I wanted to come and cover? Who told you that? So you don't restrict my job. The members of my man 40 hour Congress national. Bimpa, me ba Congress national nyina no. Menya ntiese Kimfesa. Ede agenda bi court. I am coming there to listen to Kimfesa's argument on the floor of the Congress. Court. When you come and you brief me and it lacks sad details now, are you telling me what I should go and tell my people?
So the GF, should they stand up for public relations policy and as a multimedia editorial policy?
Now you see, Fifi,
why
you
PR policy?
Fifi, why you are
public PR policy? It can be that. Yet, say I'm a media man as penny issues, and it has made us unpopular. And it is sad, yeah, my journalist in the auditorium. My journalist in the auditorium. Here we are. We will come and tell what happens. So, King Faisal, Angle, maybe I'll pass an example. Meet the King Faisal's representative. Let him tell you what happened and carry it. It's simple. If we can't force the GFF, then see, maybe I'm for all inclusion and the right thing to be done. Say media say pay right thing. Let's follow the right thing.
Then there shouldn't be any right to information.
Yanko na yingra pram. Yene Evans Kwabna support na Sempa FM ending komo. Na that communicating campaign say changes be aba na say yeah. Kobi ultimate kan good morning Kumase. Na bibia boko nkran
na football na dama mu adjective dilise osore the last of ayala everything come from the team na obi awoye
nyame adom team no bia ahoye. First of all before Congress no FND the babontin say media man no yama mu nwura auditorium ho anto so mbe wie dwumade na omo pie ne mo nsentro no abeka sana afi omo mamu proceedings as in the course so ewu. First of all Moko and Sanjay no assistant yamma range adana moda so awa abonten. Then secondly Congress jumedie no ashanse anase afeni bia members no beba
Richard, my man now say, now make sure Nhyira FM 104.5 megahertz. As the Shumati for Omuti and was Santimatemu, or say Krum, and then Importamubia, Yamo Aquaba, and from Gaman Soccer Center of Excellence. I know Pram. Now, Richard, and then about to do at 6:20 a.m. 6:20 a.m. Yeah, you know, in terms of registration, you know, you can't say yes, we a media man now about. Yabama come about now until 9:30, and Yadi Albania Queen room. This afternoon, not a GFA caps. One morning will be a member say, or no, a Juma, and so have you our club official, Mama Maquia, until 9:30, and the media, Yama Queen, yet you will or Mecca premises, Yankasa. Now, when it's a Congress, no, I need GFA 31st, ordinary session of Congress, you know. Omo echimwa yiti mensa ho na eto ga me no kase asha se dada na mo media no report no ni ko sa bisa me no ade se ye wa bonten enya de ya kwenya ama ewremu na nchemu no Henry asantitum a no ya kasamafo ade ma bokuku baka ya omo enehwe alase kubata ya omo nehwe boboso o gan ha GF no Henry chemu a ba bia meet ni ko so yiti mensa ho no Richard Ehusa, media no, the personnel na yabano, you do so more than 100, getting to 200. It is a moment in Yakuya, if you be dig now, if you be Kotuo, if you bet enough from, and so the Bassa Emwa. One stream, imagine GFA up so. But he streaming GFA up so. Media men are moving to that only one and yet colorful. It is more yeah, not yet the Motomono, and the Bremo or press briefing. They say there's what the last here.
So,
hello,
so, the reason to almost all the media no engra auditorium no, and it said, baby, you did you in Hosa, and it said, I'm more doors into me, and Mamma Baha, Ebia, Jumedian Fennel, because I didn't allow on the app, Ebia, and if we be John and Yefembois.
Sapepe Richard, no Kutuna, no Wakana, Ujami, almost say delegates near 124, and almost 50 invited guests. I said that Esco, no so Omunka delegates, one so Ekaubia, if the Empire followed on a club, no, a blue bar, only two, if you get and a Baba Bikini, say, I said, Mommy, Yanakonia, I'm a Mabba Becama, 200 plus, I mean, 100 plus, getting to 200 here. Or a bit true. And the reason why I'm a media now, but another school of thought that culture said, so you saw baby. Why didn't you move to another me, brother? Every me, a company, and I said, continue media. But we tell you, I saw the GFA president, Kurt Edwin Senior Choku, Abba, the vice president, Uramako, also from Achieve, Loziko, Nana Sapo, and what have you. Omina, Kalam, no social representatives, you know. Yanya Obiti said, and you know, that is Edmond Aka, or Erica Lagide, or a newly appointed general manager for Great Olympics, Richard Owaha, Yanya, the likes of Mami Clinton, and Yona Ziga, on the appointment referees, appointment committee for referees, you know, almost chairperson, on also Ewaha. In fact, Referee George Seja, retired Referee George Seja, our mayor chairman, the Referees Association of Ghana, or big Pimu Ewaha, will be at to say, and you know, Kwabna Senso from Kotoko, or also Ewaha. I mean, there are many of them. In terms of PSAG, you have Obiti, you see, Chipsa, and also Ababi Pimu. Many football stakeholders, and Ababi Pimu, or the 31st. GFA, that is a session of Congress, and so Asia, and Yasin. Because we tell you, you want to know a possible media you're outside. But we say, you're going to answer on your Ghana League Clubs Association, GACA. One more title, you know, on it is a job for Kasaka, or more chum, baby, or me, I call the name, or much station media, or the breaks, you know, pioneer, no, I'm finding the room, Bunamoche. If you ever ban so. Abetokese. The Alea Kakra, also Garaman Soccer Center of Excellence, Pram Abra, Congress, Koso Gidigidiba.
Okay, if I was Memoir, but Mammy must start this question because Nipadudona interest of Hopa. Now, before Mobile Congress, you cry in name Adiabakwa. at that table so I in the Congress abedwendwen ho the issue of the third term no as a journalist oko grounds no so do asoto for ma ugidi is that proposal at that table so mpanimfo kwatwendwen ho no ombedi atum ana
Richardo asoma obi say there na kwara erumpa ne say ye Congress na ba say ya cheche na tumu a na ma enye wotie for obi awawa adenti America sa me ba ye ni stakeholders no bebre no omo mbekọ adum ene asempa even Nhyira social so in terms of Facebook, IT, TikTok, okowa obo say ye many of these shops from Congress down na the asoto na ye ni bebre abon komo many metwa ka say so we tell you only two per NSA one more for term agenda no so ebi be tiem say oh abiam dey say o you say the gaka for ga the esco no very committee no another council no up to 3 terms that's all no got 3 terms every president dey go be nye yana ebi you tiem na say cap ni people dey you for you one you to go 3 term man yi it is a give president ko na e dey ebi you tiem game changer oh what do my papa you know just oh no more time no dey do but enye be a game changer for obi obebe bi aso no eso timi aduma and notable one many dream komo Kennedy Buachi ansa oye CEO Edema Nation Service Richard Don komo odi ja many say ohia ketokaku duma na odima enye se bi onu nko anti o omo obebe nyina ombenya kunya 12 years na 8 years ebeboa dia mo sa 12 years no 3 times no na omfanye ompeso mi bia emo ma Ghana football ko denim ebisu chemu are ye gitum kura na se ketokaku no se bia na duma so nya se betire yin afi ho enchese chichire twa ket le ko tete enti am for very opinions nipa oka so ne onyi tum no a o ti tu pidi cheme no samates omo nipa ni dide for ayamba say na ya kwa change na wo to 2020 nipa ba ko pe onu na ye yinu a wa se ko second term nipa to bi enya mai ama hu sa nipa na ogbo aduma pa e ko yi enti se bia e 3 terms no manual di se fata na aduma ya ket yi na se o ti anu ati onu ba ye 2019 onu aba e ko 2 terms ye mfa mana I think that Richard will be premature. They are not for very opinion, but do not only the camera say they are all in favor of the 3 terms. It's a cost one. That's a very official. Come on, and it's not FM 104.5 megahertz. It's in Ibiano.
Evans Kwabena Sapon, you dance for that report out there. Free pam pam. Abraham Yamisha.
Yamisha Muso Moton so Ghana mine. Yawaha. They better from Biano.
Sure.
Of course, what media and who are so Kuma say nkan anybody biano and the other be abema in a for any team.
Yeah, that's say Evans the no brand call me come to be bra. I do take the Evans ke dem say. You never have us. Ever see na eto aso.
Why don't you allow us to be there?
No, but sir, I must say, after proceedings, you know, I'm only months and for Bishia. Whatever question the Bian Bess and Busabian,
Rich, this is not the first time a GFA Congress in you. GFA has been holding Congress since. This Congress is about 40 something Congress.
I mean, we're 31st or so.
31. The previous 30, no. They've allowed some chauffeur to be there. I mean, same chauffeur for your room. And you what will transpire in the room and you never report it. Will you report me that in the room one?
Every animal come a false reporter.
What does it mean? Then it's only now my press conference. Now the message you might say, Young Frankwa, can't you do the false reportage with it? What are you hiding? And tell me some chauffeur. We are the ears, we are the eyes of the public. Football is a public interest sport. And you may know every
and I must say, football is a football people.
Rich, we are not talking about
we are stakeholders.
Ghana Bar Association.
Yeah.
But when they go to Ghana Bar Association Congress, they invite media.
Okay, so a time will come and Omoka say, okay, after the meetings are here, or whatever you could discuss. Yes, yeah, mama be there. There's nothing you can do.
The moment Satan on the bebano, so Satan on the Basekima, then we will start asking questions. Say, and then in the this time around, you don't want the media to be there because which media? The reason why we come to events is to cover it for the public. Yeah, we don't take the decisions really. So I want to about for a decision. Say, yeah, media to me. The only thing we do is to observe and come and tell people. So, yeah, Congress, agenda 1, we discuss here. Omo to aba, we see yenyintum, we see yenyintum. Agenda 2, we can say we should add a counter argument by. Now, Rich, if you want the media to be present at your press conference, where you will give us briefing, but we will miss the details of arguments made on the floor of Congress, then your reportage, will not be detailed enough for the public. And media coming here, in my own wisdom, I'm young cashier until they come out to the media press briefing because they don't want us to be there.
Okay, so tilo mon trying in rank so. There's a store now, no mama media man inside of her because me in fact I me who story and I was like me I'm say 50 krana on X
or say all my own
no so ebia now after the media bashing ebia no so much so media no
almost so much
because me I shout to Ayala
I didn't think media no be bash them for what reason? Why will you bash them?
No, I didn't know okay bibia. I mean, you know the map problem.
Association. Every association in the constitution of this country, association be on the rights. The way Ghana media about cover no. The Ghana Football Association can decide not to allow the media to cover for reasons best known to themselves. Some Muslim effort the state that respect people's way of doing things as well. The media cannot force themselves into people's lives.
You can't say force.
No, Metobasi. O say on tiasi ni into my uncle. And I say uncle.
Yeah, we are asking questions.
Rich, when CAF today sits here and they say they are doing the CAF Extraordinary Congress, they can decide not to let the media come. You can't tell them they are not being open and fair because they are not letting the media come.
So after Congress,
we are and Tokani inside one of the Mr. And ya friend will be a Becasema, now for media, my number headline and Penisa. We want to control the headlines. There's nothing wrong with that.
After that,
every association, Obama a press conference, now press conference not and that's what he will give you.
And you hold on, my friend.
And your own man, no, I can't man, not to social media.
Why I disagree with Fifin is Harrison was also a journalist. So the FA president journalist, the general secretary journalist. So be Mr. Randy be a journalist. Sure. And you know Mr. Achi a journalist. If you have these strong people, or F and ESCO, and who are journalists, now they decide to treat
come on
journalism and media.
Say auditorium
you see,
accommodated journalists.
So now it is not about say person manage PR.
It's about auditorium in
even on a matter of principle, they don't even know what they are doing. So to ban media to cover Congress, no. Now they should know banning media is banning public interest. Okay. We will come back to it. Rich, Betway see Nkai will be say Sikadieno I de or Betway. Now with Betway influence no Obia betimi enyeska simple. So only Betway account at www.betway.com.gh betway.com.gh and I say o download your app ni bia na o de twa bet. O de twa bet bia na Unicode na that bet no share my betting community or old school mates or WhatsApp platforms or social media platforms baby obet me for code no dey twa bet ni bibiano na obi yesa no na onso so o disika botene ego ubotom way e free cash and a betway e dey air ma wono nti e ana wasane up na onso so wadi bi undi 18 years are in twa bet ni bi e ana wa bet responsibly betway almost get way more.
I'm telling me, Jessica, and why birthday in quick now? Your name, your catch him say 2005. The head draw the numbers we did this will be in 2000 0596 158 0203 275 0241 259 0591 932 0240 632. Andy.
Ejaro.
happy birthday enko enfama hana ofori agiman o tanoso mebra medinachi neire ene na woda okay ka chensi nyankopon hira no amen na de ode ne sabeso bia enye hira de nakoma pra hwe bia nyankopon enfama na bibia nya kama enfama no
amen okay yedema say enfama nsia na adom kase no entua so ye ba obra at one ebetua so ebra biniwa ani team no betena se na omde obra dwumadi no ende abra yakra mu nyina edama se se modi afidie no etu amonko so ane na ha na e woni papi edi emam yakra mo adom kase etua so
na what